Hello and welcome to Circle High School, home of the Thunderbirds. Today we will be taking you on a virtual tour of our school. Come on!
Our counseling department. You can go to them if you need any help with your schedule or if you need to talk to anybody.
Here we have our tech cafe, and they're here to help you with any technological issues you're having or if you need to check out a loaner computer.
And this is our 100 hallway. Mr. Tarletsky teaches yearbook, journalism, and photography. Mrs. Waltman teaches family and consumer sciences. Mr. Ralph teaches drama and English. Mrs. Nice teaches family and consumer sciences. Mrs. Ledbetter teaches math. Mrs. McKenzie teaches history. And Mr. Hayes teaches the English.
All science classes are offered down this main hall along this wall.
And here we have the Circle High School Library. Mrs. Mattern is your main librarian.
Here we are at the 200 hallway. Mr. Harrison and Mr. Zock teach science. Miss Savage and Mr. Henry teach business. Mrs. Brown teaches history. Miss Warhurst teaches SPED. Mrs. Galeland teaches foreign language. Mrs. Johnson teaches English, and Mr. Madden teaches math.
And here's our 300 hall. Mrs. Graham and Mr. Harina teach science. Mr. D. Rose and Mr. D. Rose teach industrial technology. Mr. Pyle teaches math. Mr. Jacob teaches English. Mrs. Marsall teaches Spanish. Mrs. Hanson teaches SPED. Mrs. Pyle teaches English. Mr. Odom teaches history. And Mrs. Nybarger teaches math. Here in about a few seconds, you're going to see what a passing period here at Circle High School looks like.
But first, let's go through our industrial technology and shop classes classrooms. Here we are at the 400 hallway. Mrs. Teen teaches art, Mrs. Thomas teaches SPED, and Mr. Guthrie teaches industrial technology.
Here we are at the 500 hall, and down this hallway, Mrs. McKee teaches vocal music and Mr. Northern teaches band. And this right here is the black box. This is where show choirs come to practice in front of the mirror, as well as drama it uses for mini plays. Here we have the cafeteria, and this is where the lunch line starts, and this is what we call the lower half, and up high you'll see the other half of the cafeteria.
Here we are in the big gym where various sports practice take place, as well as volleyball games, basketball games. Pep rallies are held here, and many PE classes such as ATS are offered in this gym as well.
This is where many PE classes do different practices in here, and if it's ever bad weather outside, sports can practice in here too. And here we have our weights. So any weight class you take will be in here.
Here we are in what's called the small gym. The small gym has Mr. Ingram's classroom who teaches health science, as well as the wrestling room in this corner over here.
Thank you so much for joining us on the virtual tour of Circle High School, and on behalf of everyone here, we are excited to have you up here next year.